row, left-hand side.
Janie McCauley from AP. Steve just said how you guys have been through everything the last 5 years, losing players to injuries, and how much are you proud of this group for responding once Kevin went down?
Yeah, I mean, you lose your best players, it's deflating, but we got a lot of competitors on this team who play a great heart, and guys stepped up. Steph came alive. Kevon Looney, can't say enough about his performance. 5 offensive rebounds, that's just heart right there. And yeah, it was a great thing.
Who's next? Second
Cl-
row, middle.
Clay, Jeff Ferrato, Bay Area News Group, right in the middle. You mentioned Steph. He's been scuffling a little bit with his shot, but in the fourth quarter, seems like he was in the middle of everything and helping you guys get things turned around. Can you talk about his performance and whether you're ever surprised by what he does, even when he's not having a great night?
Nope. I mean, we trust the man. I think everyone in the world trusts him with the ball in his hands. His track record has proven it, that he's going to come up in the clutch. And you just saw how savvy he is with that rebound he had. Missed the floater long, but stuck in the paint, got 2 huge free throws from it. And that's just the kind of competitor he is. He'll do anything to win.
Fifth row, left-hand side.
Nate Duncan, Dunked On Podcast. What do y'all remember from that crazy sequence that ended with that layup with about 4 seconds to go?
I remember falling out of bounds. Might have been pushed, but it's whatever. I just wanted to give it up. I saw Loon come to the corner. I was trying to get it right back, and Sean made a great play on the ball, just hustle, and had an easy layup on the rim, so might as well take it.
I remember my heart dropping. This mic don't work. Do y'all hear me? I couldn't believe this man took that layup. That's what I was thinking. She made it though, bro.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Front row, right-hand side.
Jason Dumas, Cron 4 Sports. From, I guess, the fans' point of view, when Katie went out and limped to the locker room, it was like, the air got let out the building. When that happens as players, how hard is it to stay focused when you see, one of your best players limp out, and obviously a friend and a teammate during that situation? And either of you can answer that.
I think, the reason that you kind of lose your momentum as a team, and we didn't really have any momentum, but you're more so just worried about your teammate, the injury, and I mean, that looked like it was way worse than the calf strain. And so you're just kind of worried about that, and that kind of takes over your mind. But I think we did a great job of kind of fighting through that and doing whatever we needed to do to put ourselves in position to win the game.
Anthony Slater from The Athletic for both of you. How high does this rank on kind of craziest nights in your NBA career with all that happened?
It's hard to digest it right now. It's definitely up there. This series has been a battle. I mean, each game there's such a little margin for error. And we know we're going to have to be near perfect to go down to Houston without Kevin and win a game. It's going to be hard, but that's what the playoffs are all about, how tough it is to win and what makes it so special during the whole run.
Second row, right-hand side.
Clay, Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press, Democrat. How frustrating were those 2 games in Houston for you personally, and how validating was this game? And related to that, you came out early and drove to the basket very aggressively in the first quarter. Was part of that trying to get your shot going in any way you could?
It's frustrating when you don't play up to your standards, but I knew we were coming back home as the best of 3. You just got to simplify things, and I'm never going to waver with my confidence when it comes to shooting the basketball. It's what got me to this point, and you just want to be aggressive from the jump, make the right play, and it's that simple. But it's the playoffs. There's going to be plenty of up and downs. We've done this so many times that we're not going to lose confidence over a couple bad shooting nights. It's the way the basketball guys can be, and it just wasn't my, last week just wasn't my best games. And hopefully I can rebound with a great one on Friday.
Second row, left-hand side.
Draymond, Janie McCauley from AP. That sequence when you got the technical and then went down and hit that 3 immediately, and then Klay hit one the next time down. How important was that for you guys going down the stretch there?
Very important. We was able to build an 8-point lead, and think it was maybe 2.5 minutes left. You know, when we're up 8 points at that point in the game, we feel very confident that, you know, we're going to win the game. And at that point, it's just about trusting your defense and not fouling. So, which I did. But, you know, it's different times in the games call for different things. Klay found me on the wing and was able to knock the shot down, and you know we were able to find him up top, and he knocked the three down. So it's two very key sequence in that game, 2 key shots for us.
Tony Harvey, Sacramento Observer. Draymond, here we are again. What is your recipe for these playoffs? I mean, obviously, you know, every series, every season, you've been playing off the charts, but I mean, what type of bunny rabbit energizes you, you know, to play at this level?
I mean, I think as a competitor, you know, these are the moments that you live for. You know, this is every game matters, every possession matters. You know, it's do or die at this time, and you know, no one wants to go home early. You know, we pride ourselves on trying to win championships, and I know, you know, with the way I'm paid to play this way during the playoffs, and you know, my teammates expect me to play this way during the playoffs, and so as much as you want to get out here and play well for yourself, I don't want to let these guys down, you know, because everybody's bringing what they bring to the table. It's on me to get out there and do my job to the best of my ability, and you know, I've been fortunate and you know, blessed to have some great games and some great playoff runs.
Stand it up, left-hand side.
Jed from the World Journal. Either of you, you know, James Harden played pretty good, but he just got 5 points in the fourth quarter. How much do you guys like the defense?
There you go. I'm tired, bro.
I think, you know, we have quite a few guys that we like to throw at James, and, you know, Klay being one of them, Andre, you know, that does a great job. You know, we can play that same defense and he can hit shots, he can get going. But, you know, we trust ourselves and we try to make sure we're helping each other out when he gets by somebody and, you know, just try to challenge every shot. But, you know, he's a great offensive player that you can play the best defense you can possibly play and he still scores. So you just got to trust yourself and live with the results.
Fourth row center.
Colin Ward-Henninger, CBSSports.com. Draymond, when Kevin goes out, and he's been such a big part of you guys' offense, I mean, for the whole time he's been here, but particularly in this series, how does the offense change, and what did you see from Steph going into more of a dominant role in the offense?
I think Steph got real aggressive, but, you know, with Kevin out, Kevin's such an incredible offensive player. I mean, player overall, but you know, what he's able to do on the offensive end is something like none of us have ever seen before. And so losing someone like that is obviously, you know, there's a big gap that needs to be filled. The one thing I think everyone understood and understand as a whole is not one person is just going to fill that role. And so we're going to have to collectively do that. And I think down the stretch, Jonas hit a big three. You know, I was able to hit 3. Klay hit a 3. We really used each other, and that's how it's going to have to be with him not out there. We really have to rely on each other to search and find great shots, and we did that down the stretch, and that was the difference in the game for us.
Third row, left-hand side.
Do you got Connor Letourneau, San Francisco Chronicle? Do you guys expect KD to be with you guys for Game 6, and if not, do you point to the film when he went out and just say, hey, let's do that, let's build off this?
I mean, we expect him to be with us in Houston. If he's playing, I'm not sure. That's a tough injury. And we'll have to collectively make up for what he does. We've done it before. It's going to be incredibly difficult, but it's the playoffs, and I know they're not going to feel sorry for us, the media, the fans. So it'll just be a gut check time. We go down there and give it our best effort, and that's all you can really do. And if we do that, I know I have a ton of confidence in every man on this team to step up in his absence. But we just want to wish him a speedy recovery because we're not the same team, obviously, without him.
Great, thank you.